Hello UCE families and friends. Welcome to our third week of our month on our theme of commitment. This week in our Soulful Home packet, we are going to look at the segments called Around the Neighborhood and On the Porch. First, let me light the chalice. So let's begin with Around the Neighborhood. This is a chance to get out and explore our theme beyond the four walls of your home. And this week our challenge is a scavenger, or a treasure hunt I should say. A treasure hunt of commitment. And this is something you can do partly online as well as in your neighborhood outside. And here is the focus. The focus is on the climate justice, because this month begins Climate Justice Month on the 22nd of March. Climate issues bring to light our legacy of colonization in North America and how we have taken advantage of the native peoples for our own benefit over the hundred of years we have been here. Here, me saying we, I mean European settlers, of course. And since native peoples tend to have better respect, it seems, for our environment, we do call on their leadership to help us in the fight for climate and environmental justice in general. So our treasure hunt for this month has 7 things to look for. First, naming native people who have occupied and lived on your land before you. What tribes have been there before your family settled wherever it is you live? And in the packet you will find some links to get that information if you don't already know how. Next, finding a historical marker that actually acknowledges a native person or tribe. Again, there's links in the packet that may help you with that. Then to get outside, finding 5 native plants. And then finding 5 introduced plants. Plants that were brought here from somewhere else in the world. Next, it's looking for your watershed. In other words, where does your water go and end up in your neighborhood? Is there a little creek, stream? Does it just seep underground and you don't see it for a while, and then it comes up into a stream and leads to a pond or a lake? Perhaps even Lake Michigan, for those of you who live close to that. Next, what about looking for your local landfill? How often do you even think about your garbage and where it ends up? Have you ever seen a landfill up close? You might have smelled one while driving around town, but have you actually seen one? It's pretty interesting how they work. And last, looking for a local leader who is a leader in environmental justice in your area. Who are the people that are fighting for planet Earth? And when you find them, maybe there are people that you can support. Projects around your area, financially, in whatever way you can. Our next segment is On the Porch, and this is for parents. For parents to sit down together or with other adults and look into our theme of commitment a little bit more deeply. And it's divided into 2 smaller parts. The first one is called A Sip of Something New. And this is where you try out a new idea with another person. And they ask you to look at a website first of an artist named Sonia Clark. And the link to that website is in the packet. And then to share your thoughts on some questions. Some of the questions are this: what commitments do you see in her work? What in your life would that subject be? And how would you express this without using words? And then a challenge to try and create something artistic that does express this. And then share it with your partner or another adult. Those of you who have a creative streak might enjoy that a lot. For those of us who struggle a little bit with creativity, that will be a challenge, but one that would be fun to try. Then the next segment is spiritual snacks to share. And this is one that you share with your parenting partner some evening with a nice adult beverage if you choose. And the questions in this month's packet I found very interesting. I'm going to share 4 or 5 of them with you, but there are others that you can look at in the packet for. The first one: what commitments do you struggle to make room for in your life? Next, where does your faith fit into your commitments? And how does your UU faith shape them? How about this one? How do you rate yourself in commitment to self-care on a scale of 1 to 10? Where would you put yourself in how you handle your self-care? And last, share with your partner a time when you dropped a commitment and that it ended up being for the better rather than for the worse. So that's all for this week. Enjoy sharing with your significant other, co-parenting partner, or whoever, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Blessed be.